You've just received your De1Xl. It's come in a suitcase, and we're going to show you how to unbox it and get working and making espresso. So first thing you should do is put it on a table. Doesn't matter which side is up or down. I usually put the handle on the bottom side, but it's up to you. So unzip it here, like this. Now the foam is packed in quite tightly to make sure that nothing breaks. So when I open this up, you'll see foam. Okay, and what you do is take off the foam layers. After you've taken off the top level of foam, you've got all the parts that you need here. You've got the tablet, your portafilter, your drip tray and cover, the espresso machine itself with the steam wand, the group heads here. Under here is the water tank and various accessories. Now what you'll do is probably take out the smallest things first and leave the machine because it's the hardest to get out. So take things out like drip tray and cover, portafilter, tablet. At this point, we're ready to take the machine out. The easiest way to do that usually is to take as much foam as you can off. This is quite dense, high quality foam. It's meant to be reused, it's not meant to be thrown out. To lift the machine up, I usually put one hand behind and one hand on a leg, like that, and lift it out. Now once I've got it in both hands, rotate it and put it on a table. And just make sure that your rubber feet are flat so that you're not folding them. At this point, you can start removing plastic from various bits. This plastic here on the mirror is just to protect it. Same thing here. I'm not going to remove it because this machine is going off to a lucky customer in a few minutes. Next, I'm going to take the water tank out. Now, we have used the latch on the back to lock the tank in place. So you're going to have to lift the latch in order to take the water tank out. The way you do that is you take the rear panel off, lift the latch, and pull forward. Comes off quite easily. Here you'll see this is latched. You take the rubber band off, lift it up, and then pull out the water tank like so, and let the latch come back down. At this point, you can put this back in if you like, and it locks in with magnets. You'll want to save this plastic bag because it's padded, and it protects the water tank quite nicely when it's underneath here. You can, of course, use your own tank or not pad it at all, but it's nice to be safe. So there's your water tank and power cable. You can put the water tank back if you like, but you are later going to have to fill it with water, so I'm just going to put it here halfway. The power cable is going to come out of the plastic. You're going to unwrap it and then plug this end into the back of the machine. Let me show you how to do that. First, I'm going to take the wire off, take the back panel off again. This is a right angle plug, so you lift it up from here. The fit is quite tight, which is on purpose, so that the cable can't come out. And then in it goes, and you see that the cable can absolutely not come out since it's locked in here. And you can put the back panel back on. Next, we're going to put the tablet and the stand onto the machine. Now, the way we do that is there's 3 screws, and we give you both a screwdriver and Allen key. Now, the reason we give you both is because the screwdriver is faster, but it's hard to get the screwdriver into these back ones here, so we give you an Allen key in order to tighten that up. You'll find the screws here inside the drip tray. So these 3 screws are going to go in here. It's usually easiest to put the first one in here, like so, and to use your screwdriver to lock it in. This basket, which has no holes in it, is used for cleaning, so you can just put it aside for now. Next, we're going to plug the USB power plug into the tablet. It goes here. Lastly, you'll be taking off this screen right here, which takes off this protective cover. Now note that there is actually another cover on the screen, which is making it matte, non-reflective. And if you'd rather have a brighter screen that is not non-reflective, it'll be slightly reflective, you can peel that one off too. You just put your fingernail here and peel that off. But it's really up to you if you want to do that or not. Next, you can lock in the portafilter. Now you can feel this kind of banana-shaped piece of metal that's right here that's going to hug it and slide it in. So you just do that, You can hear it latch in and it locks in. This is a group head handle and it just screws in right here. It's optional. If you decide that you'd rather just use one hand, you can, but most people find that this second handle is helpful because you can use it to lock in like this and use your biceps, which just feels a lot better than leaning in like that. You should take this plastic off and this part here and the plastic off here. The last thing you're going to do is fill the water tank up about 2/3 of the way. You'll then open up the rear panel and turn the machine on after plugging it in and sliding the water tank in. If your machine is a De1Xl outfitted with a button right here, the machine will only turn on if that light is on. Now, some XLs have that switch, some don't. If you don't have that switch on the front panel, your machine will just turn on when you power the machine on. If your machine does have that switch, that has to be on, and the machine back here has to be switched on in order for the machine to power up. If you want to put the machine into standby, you can turn off the front panel switch and the tablet will stay charged. Now, it's important to always leave the machine plugged in and on so that the tablet stays charged. If you turn the machine off back here, the tablet will slowly discharge, and when you wake up in the morning to have your coffee, you will find that the battery is dead, you can't make coffee, and you will be sad. So, always keep the machine on, keep it asleep, which you can do either by making the special machine go to sleep here, or by holding here, or you can press this button if you've got one, which will also cut the AC power. At this point, you should take the foam and the suitcase and pack it all together. I want to show you a trick though with that. If you leave one piece of foam over here, you will find it very hard to close the machine. So when you're packing the machine up, you will want to put the machine and all the parts in here and then get all the foam stacked up just like that. Even so, when you close this, you'll find that the fit is just so, and you might have to push it just a little bit to get it closed. And you can see that you can zip it, but the fit is tight, and it's supposed to be. It's really to protect everything here. Obviously, you're not going to throw the suitcase out. You also shouldn't throw the cardboard box out. You can break it down and hide it somewhere, but if ever you have to send the machine back to us for repair, it's really nice to have the cardboard box so that your suitcase doesn't get damaged. Note that if you don't have the right size cardboard, it's way more expensive to send back to us. So good idea to keep it. At this point, you are ready to make your first espresso, and we have videos to help you out. There is the Sweet and Gentle profile, which is your first decent espresso, and I recommend you check that video out now and make an espresso. Enjoy.